It's Tuesday, October 7th. In the headlines, fisherfolk urged to stay prepared as hurricane season continues, and authorities offer $2 million reward for information on the Commodore massacre. Regionally, the Caribbean Court of Justice welcomes a new era with appointment of Justice Winston Anderson as president. And in sports, Cricket West Indies CEO urges the Caribbean tourism sector to invest in West Indies cricket. This is the news on PBC Jamaica. I'm Simone Absalom Gale. It's a known fact that fishers are some of the most vulnerable during the hurricane season. In the Caribbean, hurricane preparations and warning begin in earnest in June and continue until the end of the season, the last day of November. Regional Fisheries Extension Officer Brian Murray says the aim is to share useful information because the lack of information could not only cost loss of funds, but also loss of life.
We have seen where our fishers have suffered dramatically just because of negligence in terms of not carrying the proper safety gears or even not being able to recognize where hazards are. So because of this, we've established a nationwide program to establish sessions where fishers can learn the basics from maintenance of their engines, from carrying out the proper equipment, as well as to practice certain standards.
There are a lot of jobs that are classified as high risk. Fishing is one of them.
So one of the risks that we have seen as an authority is that a lot of the fishers do not carry the proper gear, such as life jackets, even paddles, as well as even the simple food and water. Sometimes they will just treat it as something as a day's journey when anything can happen.
In this report, our focus is on the NFA's Safety at Sea training administered through the Caribbean Maritime University. But Mr. Morris says this is just one activity done in support of Jamaica's fisher folk.
As extension officers in the Capture Fisheries Division, we have engaged our fishers in numerous sessions, sharing the basics but important principles of safety at sea.
Head of the Department for Professional Training and Certification at the Faculty of Marine and Nautical Studies at the CMU, Kyle Shaw, says trainees are taught how to survive in an emergency.
So it focuses on things like communication and the proper procedures using the VHF radios, proper safety equipment, first aid, and also how to survive at sea in case of an emergency and how to prepare for different type of emergency. The course has things like in firefighting, practical like how to use a fire extinguishers, basic first aid.
Practice how to use a survival gear, the life jackets, the VHF radio, right? And what is this? This is the man here, he might use his VHF, he made an emergency, and one of them life jacket. You realize even something simple, you might hold on the buoy, you get me?
He says during training, they'll also learn how to navigate various areas while fishing in Jamaican waters.
A lot of persons think that the beach is the beach, but different geographical locations have different unique weather patterns and currents and so forth that are unique. So even a part of the training is to teach fisher folks that they have to learn in different areas so that they can have a clear understanding. So for example, in the Kingston Harbour, there's sometimes when you have gale force winds blowing in the harbour, but if you go out and you go to another fishing village, it might be strong currents that's blowing there. Like if you go to like Rocky Point, you might encounter sharks or alligator in those areas and so. So those are the different type of things that they'd have to learn when fishing, and also different fishing practices that is permissible in one area that's not permissible in another area.
Fishers are encouraged to keep an emergency kit with essentials like bottled water, non-perishable food, a flashlight, with batteries and a first aid kit, as well as sanitation supplies. They should also have a float plan.
You teach persons that they must have a shore-based communication person. So like, for example, a family friend, a trusted family friend or another fisher folks, that they will notify that, hey, I'm going to sea at 6 a.m. tomorrow. I should be back by 6 p.m. and I will call you at, say, 12 p.m., 4 p.m. And if you don't hear from me between this period of time, give me a call to make sure that everything is okay. So this acts as a backup so that someone knows where you are, when you are. In case of an emergency and they don't hear from you, they can also act as a method of notifying the Coast Guard as to where you are going and what was the intention and how to find you, right? As opposed to you're gone missing and it takes days for someone to even know that you're gone to sea.
Fishers are also encouraged to stay informed by monitoring official radio broadcasts and following instructions from the National Meteorological Service and other authorities. For the news on PBCJ, I'm Simone Absalom Gale. That was part one of a two-part feature. We'll have part two in subsequent newscasts. A $2 million reward has been put up for information leading to the arrest and conviction of those responsible for the mass shooting in Commodore, Linstead, St. Catherine on Sunday. The quiet community of Commodore was left shattered on Sunday night after 5 people, including a 4-year-old girl, were brutally gunned down in a yard by assailants posing as police officers. The deceased have been identified as Shannon Gordon, 4 years old, Aisha Washington, 39 years old, Mario Sullivan, 42 years old, Jashane Edwards, 19 years old, and a 22-year-old security guard known only by the alias Famous Amos. 4 others, including an 11-year-old girl, were shot and injured in the attack, which took place sometime after 9 p.m. One resident explained that the gunmen, pretending to be members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, entered the property next door and opened fire on the unsuspecting occupants. On Monday, Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness, National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang, and Commissioner of Police Dr. Kevin Blake visited the area to meet with residents and assess the situation. They strongly condemned the killings and announced the award for information about those behind the tragedy. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness has pledged the government's continued support for the relatives of victims affected by Sunday's gun attack at a family home in Commodore, St. Catherine. This, Dr. Holness notes, includes access to counseling services and assistance with any additional needs that may arise. He was speaking during a visit to the family home on Monday, October 6th.
It will not go without the criminals who did this being brought to justice. I know that is not sufficient comfort, and it definitely won't bring back your loved ones. But I'm sure you want to see justice done. Yeah. So we are going to make sure that justice is done.
At our university. I should just start.
But we will also commit to give you. We will also commit to give you some support.
Meanwhile, Commissioner of Police Dr. Kevin Blake says the police already have strong leads in the case of the deeply tragic gun attack in Commodore.
And I assure you, PM, and this community, that this will not be allowed to become a trend. We'll bring them to justice, sir, and in very short order, you'll get a further update as to the resolution of this matter.
After being closed for several years, the Yallas Health Center in St. Thomas is set to undergo major renovations. Member of Parliament for St. Thomas Western, James Robertson, confirmed that the renovation paperwork has been completed and the project is now in the procurement phase, signaling a significant step forward in restoring healthcare services to the community.
And we are hoping to start the construction within 2 to 3 months. That is what the report from Mr. Riley of the Ministry of Health Parish Manager, supported by Ms. Brown.
While the administrators were inside the building going over architectural plans, we spoke to a resident, Mr. Fraser, who explained that he has had to travel far to receive health care.
We need it. We don't want to go land away every minute and I know land away with it. Because right now, everything when we do in this last lap, I know I land away, everything I feel go. I need to come at this clinic. I have to live.
Mr. Hugh Blight echoed those sentiments, emphasizing the inconvenience and added cost of traveling outside the area for basic medical needs.
I have to leave from here to Landaway. Now, as I speak to you, are going to Lando next week again. Can't manage it.
Mr. Robertson says the health center once served up to 160 persons per day, but upon reopening, it will serve more than 200 persons and even more.
In November, we had allocations and permitting for space being made for 4,000 housing solutions. That, up to a month ago, had doubled 8,000 housing solutions. So this clinic is not going to be of size. We welcome it. We will work with you. We will get this completed in record time, as we usually do. But we will have to sit with the Minister Christopherton, and indicate that this facility may have to run a double shift to give us the service that is required.
In our Living Healthy report, the Spanish Town Hospital has officially been designated as a baby-friendly hospital, a prestigious certification under the World Health Organization and UNICEF's Baby Friendly Hospital initiative. The certification recognizes hospitals that uphold the highest standards in promoting, protecting, and supporting breastfeeding and maternal and newborn care.
Welcome to the maternity unit of the Spanish Town Hospital.
My name is Jacqueline Ellis. I'm the Chief Executive Officer for the Spanish Town Hospital. Spanish Town Hospital is a Type B facility and we see 500 inpatients on any given day. Studies would have shown the benefits of breastfeeding, and because of that we believe we should ensure that we get this baby-friendly status. We were certified some years ago and we believe it was important to get recertified. As a parent myself, I was under the tutelage of a dietitian, and so she would have been a part of my journey. I was able to breastfeed my baby for 6 months, and the benefit from that was, one, my baby didn't get formula any at all.
In terms of being baby friendly, you must achieve all of these 10 steps, which is the 10 steps to successful breastfeeding. Being baby friendly certified means that you are maintaining your practices, ensuring that the mothers, maintain breastfeeding while they are here, as well as when they leave to go home. Up to 6 months in terms of exclusively, and up to 2 years and beyond. That is what UNICEF and WHO is recommending. So what's unique about the Spanish Town Hospital is that, apart from the fact that it's a Type B hospital, where we see general patients, we have a maternity unit assigned. In that uniqueness, it means that your maternity unit has to offer the service, everything that a maternity unit does in terms of mothers, babies, and the care that they get. while they are here.
Hi, so I'm a second-time mom, which is due anytime soon now. We were taught about the benefits of breastfeeding, and one of the most important one is bonding with the child.
They also have here at the Spanish Town Hospital a support group for breastfeeding. So you can always call and get information where you are lacking.
I'm Cordell.
I'm Finkley.
And we are known as the Titty Squad. As the Titty Squad, our main responsibility was to interact closely with all categories of staff. How did we do that? First of all, I am one of the trainers. Actually, I trained the non-clinical staff and assisted with the clinical. But as the Titty Squad, we walked around, we saw persons just in the highways and byways, and we just stopped them and we just asked them questions to reinforce the knowledge.
As the Titty Squad, our job was to reinforce the importance of breastfeeding.
In the business report, National Commercial Bank Jamaica has changed its top management team. CEO Bruce Bowen said the alignment will create a more seamless experience for the clients and enhance the bank's ability to deliver solutions at scale. At the center of the move is the promotion of Angus Young to Executive Vice President, Corporate and Investment Banking. Young, who remains Chief Executive Officer of NCB Capital Markets Limited, will now also oversee NCB's corporate banking division, bringing both arms of the business under one umbrella. As part of the changes, Carleen Lynn has been appointed Vice President, Corporate Banking. Meanwhile, Jason Saunders, Vice President of Corporate and Commercial Banking, has departed the bank after 5 years of service. Sangster International Airport has been named the Caribbean's leading airport 2025 by World Travel Awards, marking an unprecedented 17th consecutive win of the prestigious accolade. The announcement was made Saturday during the WTA Caribbean and North America Gala ceremony at the Sandals Grand St. Lucia Resort in St. Lucia. The ceremony was part of the organization's annual Grand Tour, which recognizes excellence across all key sectors of the travel, tourism, and hospitality industries worldwide. Chief Executive Officer of MBJ Airports, Shane Monroe, said the recognition further solidifies Sangster's position as the region's premier aviation gateway and underscores Jamaica's continued distinction in travel and tourism. In this third quarter, Scotia Life Insurance launched the Don't Leave Them Alone campaign to educate clients on the benefits of credit life protection. Deborah Lopez Spence, president of Scotia Jamaica Life Insurance Company, says this has been well received by the market. If clients become ill or worse, their debts will be expunged. Scotia says it's pleased to share that credit protection will also be available digitally for credit cards before the end of the calendar year. We'll now take a look at the market highlights with Denise Williams.
For the trading period ending October 6, 2025, these were the most actively traded stocks. Toll road operator Trans-Jamaica Highway Limited with 3,146,444 units traded, representing 27.96% of market sales volume. Advertising and real estate holding firm Kintyre Holdings Jamaica Limited, shares of 1,279,051 units traded, representing 11.37% of market sales volume. Fiberglass manufacturer JFP Limited, shares of 956,556 units traded, representing 8.5% of market sales volume. We now shift our focus to the Forex market rate set by the Bank of Jamaica. On October 6, 2025, the Bank of Jamaica reported US $45.70 million purchased and US $48.40 million sold by Forex traders. Forex traders earned $2.11 per dollar, selling the US at $161.28 and buying the US at $159.17. The Canadian dollar netted Forex traders $6.42 per transaction, with selling at $116.28 and buying at $109.95. The British pound yielded Forex traders $7.92 in profit, with selling at $218.83 and buying at $210.91.
In regional news, Caribbean pride and purpose were on full display as the region celebrated the elevation of Jamaican jurist Justice Winston Anderson to the post of President of the Caribbean Court of Justice. At the ceremonial opening of the new court year, the new CCJ president, the youngest ever appointed to the court, outlined a strategic plan to strengthen judicial excellence, improve efficiency, and ensure continued delivery of high-quality judgments across the region.
Commemorating Justice Winston Anderson's elevation to the President of the Caribbean Court of Justice, Chief Justice of Trinidad and Tobago Justice Ivo Archie described his appointment as a sign of hope and a remarkable story of purpose, exemplifying the boundless capacity of our people.
You are the latest in a line of presidents of impeccable judicial pedigree, and the people of the Caribbean should have confidence that we are well led and more than adequately served. It ought not to be long before all the territories of the region express that confidence in a more tangible way. Honorable President, your journey to this distinguished position is a remarkable story of talent, perseverance, and purpose. In you, we have the quintessential Caribbean jurist, a citizen of 2 Caribbean countries, and, if I may dare to claim it, domiciled in a 3rd.
Justice Anderson has the distinction of being the first Jamaican and, at age 49, was the youngest judge ever appointed to the CCJ. The new CCJ president, cementing his commitment to serving the people through the court, revealed a strategic plan with areas of priorities. The plan, he said, aims to advance the growth in Caribbean jurisprudence while embracing the vision of judicial excellence.
Liat Air is preparing for further expansion across the Caribbean and into Central and South America. The carrier already serves more than 13 destinations in just over a year of operation. Chief Executive Officer Hafsa Abdulsalam has confirmed that the Antigua-based carrier plans to launch new services to Cartagena, Colombia, and the Dominican Republic before the end of 2025. She provided the update during the recently concluded State of the Tourism Industry Conference in Barbados. Theresa Goodwin reports.
The Liat Air Chief Executive Officer notes that establishing much-needed regional connections remains a key part of the airline's mandate, and the new routes will play a crucial role in fulfilling that goal.
To Latin America, we've got Colombia that will be operating this year, and Dominican Republic before year end as well. We've also got some new connections for Q1 of next year, but I'll keep that on the routes for now.
The airline CEO says since the airline's journey began in 2024, they have primarily been operating ATR aircraft. Plans are in the pipeline to introduce smaller planes in the new year as part of the expansion plans.
For 2026, we'll be introducing the narrow-body aircraft because we would have established ourselves would have been much more entrenched, in the region. We're also analyzing the introduction or addition of the smaller aircraft, the 19-seater aircraft.
The airline CEO also commended the staff for their dedication and professionalism, emphasizing the airline's mission to connect people and places while providing safe and reliable flight services. Theresa Goodwin, ABS News.
Hidden in the heart of Jiangsu province lies a village where history, culture, and natural beauty intertwine. Marlon Samuels lifts the veil on a town that promises unforgettable experiences for travelers around the world.
Yanjia Chao is a hidden gem in Jiangsu province, once called the Little Wuxi for its vibrant industrial roots and bustling entrepreneurs in the 1930s. But today, it's known as the birthplace of the Siju opera, a treasured art form that has captivated audiences for generations. Visitors can enjoy authentic performances that bring China's rich cultural heritage to life.
So this village has a history of more than 700 years. It is said that during the end of the Yuan dynasty, a person with the family name of Yuan came to this place and he started the construction of the village. That is why this village is called the Yanjiaqiao village. And also this village is famous for its culture as well as its beautiful environment. So Yanjiaqiao village is famous for the production of rice. Rice is the mainstay here. The rice in Yanjiaqiao is very famous, and we even provided rice for the meals on the airplanes. Besides, we also have a very professional process from the seed selection as well as cultivation and the harvest.
Today, Yanjia Chao is a thriving countryside destination. Imagine staying in cozy homestays, strolling through fragrant tea gardens, and marveling at breathtaking flower seas, especially during autumn's vibrant colors during China's Golden Week holiday. Whether you seek tranquility, cultural discovery, or authentic rural life, Yanjia Chao welcomes travelers from across the globe, including Jamaica. It's the perfect place to experience China's natural beauty, warm hospitality, and timeless traditions.
So you are very welcome to live and work in this village. Actually, historically, lots of people from other places, they would come to live in Yanjiaqiao village. So all the tourists from around the world as well as citizens are very welcome to live, travel and work here.
For the news on PBCJ, I am Marlon Samuels in Yanjiaqiao, China.
In sports, we zoom in on cricket. Cricket West Indies CEO Chris Derring is calling on the region's tourism stakeholders to play a greater role in supporting West Indies cricket, warning that the sport's long-term survival is at risk without shared investment. Speaking at the State of the Tourism Industry Conference held in Barbados recently, Derring highlighted a long-standing imbalance between the economic benefits derived from cricket and the financial support the sport receives in return. According to CWI figures, over the past 15 years, the organization has spent approximately $82.5 million on airlift and $120 million on hotel accommodations across the Caribbean, largely during international cricket tournaments and tours. However, Derring noted that sponsorship and support from tourism entities remain minimal. He warned that unless tourism beneficiaries begin contributing meaningfully to the sport's infrastructure and development, West Indies cricket could face serious sustainability challenges. And that's it for the news on PBC Jamaica. You can follow us on our social media platforms at PBC Jamaica. Thanks for watching.